For the past 3 years, I've been publicly building 2 businesses to 6 and 7 figures while documenting the journey on this channel. And that journey has been full of starts and stops, and honestly, growth has been slower than I would have liked. There's a lot of creators out there who give really amazing insights into how they've built their $1 million businesses, and I watch them all day, every day. But what I want this channel to be is not the after action review of what I did after I'm already there. I want this to be the channel where you can come and see what's happening as the business is being built. As the first dollar, the first $500, and then hopefully the first $1 million are being made, you get to see all of the decisions I've made, all the things that are going right, and of course, all the things that are going wrong. After reading this book, I feel like I've had this paradigm shift and that everything is going to change for me. And I want to share it with you guys. I've started to apply these new methods, and the third business that I just started a few months ago has already grown faster than either of my first 2. And I think it'll end up being the biggest thing I've done so far. So if you've been building businesses and trying to find your own way on your journey to financial freedom, but you don't feel like you've quite landed on the formula to success yet, then this video is for you. If you've been focusing on specific niches like drop shipping and online courses, social media marketing agencies, or even real estate investing, you're likely missing out on the larger systems that each of those business types sit within. It was only after I read the Millionaire Fast Lane and learned more about how those larger systems work that I was able to figure out why I was struggling in my first 2 businesses, get those back on track, and why I now have even bigger plans for my third one. And I know the title Millionaire Fast Lane might make you think of get rich quick, but that's not what this is. This is how can you work hard over the next 2, 5, 10 years so that you can live the life that you want to live, rather than working a career that's 40, 50, 60 years long and never actually getting to reap the rewards of it. So that side quest is over. Now let's talk about 9 months ago, because this is where it all started. I was feeling uneasy about the direction of this channel and my entire business and financial freedom journey in general. I'd grown this channel to over 150,000 subscribers and had a real estate portfolio of 13 doors. But after I tried and failed to get a 33-unit apartment complex, I felt a little lost about what I should do next. I just was making my journey to financial freedom a lot harder than it actually should be because I didn't have a blueprint to follow. And one of those blueprints or concepts from this book that stuck with me is that money does actually grow on trees, and specifically 5 types of money trees. And each business needs to be treated like a seed, planted intentionally and nurtured to grow into one of the money trees. When I was starting new business ideas, it was more like I was just throwing seeds into the wind and hoping that something would grow. And of all of the businesses I've started, from my bulk candy selling operation in high school to the student laundry service in college, it's not surprising that the 2 most successful ones have followed the money tree system most closely. The first of these systems that I've had success with is the rental money tree. The key to success with this money tree is ownership. If you own something that people want access to, you can rent it to them. Pretty simple. I won't go in depth in this video about this tree because there are plenty of videos on this channel about how I've used real estate to grow this rental money tree. But there are other things you can rent out besides real estate, like your car on Turo, or even renting out the time you have and the knowledge you have by coaching people or teaching them. My rental portfolio now has 13 units and is worth over $1 million. The cash flow that it generates every month got me to level 1 financial freedom, which I define as enough to cover my basic living expenses. And that way I technically don't have to work if I don't want to. Now the second money tree got me past my basic living expenses and was able to allow me to raise my standard of living, and that was my content money tree. And the key to success here is attention, which for me starts with this YouTube channel. Content systems usually make money because they attract an audience, and therefore they can take advantage of all the other businesses that are willing to pay to be seen by that audience. Monetization methods for content money trees are things like YouTube ad revenue, brand deals, book deals, and the ability to sell products or services directly to your own audience. Other than book deals, these are all revenue streams that I've established with this money tree. Unlike the rental money tree though, this is not passive. I need to continue trying to make high quality content that people enjoy in order to keep things going. But at the same time, it has an advantage over the rental money tree in that it is much more scalable. If we think about comparing one rental property versus one YouTube video in terms of the cash and value generated, the rental property actually has very limited upside. I make money in 2 ways with those properties. My net worth increases in the form of equity as the property becomes worth more and my mortgage balance goes lower. And also in the form of cash flow through the rental income that's paid every month. Hopefully what they pay in rent is less than what I pay out in expenses, and I make a couple $100s per door every single month. But I can only rent out one property to one person at a time, and the rent is only going to be so much. But with the YouTube video, I'm getting paid in a lot of different ways. There's ad revenue, there might also be a sponsor, there might be an affiliate link in the description, and if someone really likes my free content and wants direct access to myself and my team, then they can buy one of my products or work with me for one of my services as well. Plus, the more people that watch a video, the bigger each one of those attached revenue streams can get. So no, it's not passive, but there's much more scale and growth potential. There was an issue with my first two money trees though, and it was that I was thinking about how to grow each of them really big instead of using them as the starting point for my orchard of many different money trees. With the first tree, I've got cash flow, but the state of the market is making it hard to scale real estate right now. The content money tree has scale, but it requires my direct involvement. The third money tree is about taking what I've learned from the first two to create cash flow at scale, but this time without my direct involvement, and it's my YouTube growth agency, which I call Lee Media. And this third system is a human resource money tree, which, yes, sounds boring. But what has me so excited about it is that it's all about creating a proven system and process that gets results, but you build it out in a way that any qualified person can step into the system and the results remain the same. This might sound complicated, but here's how it's worked out for me. 9 months ago, I realized that my friends kept coming to me for help with their YouTube channels. They wanted to know who my editors were, how I make my thumbnails, and generally, what was the strategy behind growing the YouTube channel and building the different revenue streams that are attached to it. The systems I had were working for me, and the team behind it all had extra capacity to make it work for someone else as well. It fired me up to not just work on my own channel, but to work on growing other channels too. And my editors, designers, virtual assistants, writers were all happy to have the extra work because they had extra capacity. And so I convinced one of my friends to pay me $500 for help with 4 YouTube videos. I worked for free and I gave that money to the rest of the team, and we created a plan. We wanted to see if we could replicate the success that I'd found on my YouTube channel onto someone else's in a completely different industry, and it worked. In the last 7 months since we first posted that initial video, we've grown his channel from just 121 subscribers to nearly 50,000 subscribers. He's already making a full-time income from the different revenue streams that we set up for the channel, and before the year's over, he'll likely have the biggest channel in his niche on YouTube, all from realizing that I had a human resource system with extra capacity. And then things got really crazy. I used what I learned about income and expenses and cash flow from my rental system to make Lee Media actually profitable. Then I used this existing content tree, the YouTube channel, to let people know about Lee Media. And now we're running multiple different YouTube channels. We've got a special built content operating system on Notion that allows us to create a custom growth strategy for each channel. And then we execute that plan with a team of strategists, editors, designers, and writers. And here's the advantage my human resource money tree has over both the content tree and the real estate tree. It's scalable without my direct involvement. We talked about how the rental system is only as scalable as the number of properties that I can buy and that the state of the market deems a good deal for me to buy. And the content system can't be passive because it's my channel, so I have to be in the videos. But with the agency and the human resource system, as long as I build out systems and processes that deliver results and grow YouTube channels, I don't have to be the person who directly executes those results. I don't need to be the editor. I don't need to be the thumbnail designer. I don't even need to be the strategist, because whether it's for my channel or my clients' channels in all different industries, the formula for success is pretty much the same. It's just that the ingredients are a little bit different and customized. But as long as we have that structure, we can put together the strategy, the team, the client who's the on-camera creator, and the end result is a content-based money tree for them that my human resource money tree built based on what I learned in my content money tree and my rental money tree. This is the orchard of money trees that I'm growing, and I want to keep bringing you guys on this journey. Lee Media cracked $10,000 in monthly recurring revenue, which makes this a 6-figure annual business, but I truly believe this is just the beginning. And I'm super excited, just like I did with the real estate journey, to bring you guys along with me. There are 2 more money trees. There's a sophomore money tree and a distribution money tree. But for now, I want to focus on nurturing the ones that I've got and sharing what I learned along the way with you. So if you like this type of content, let me know by commenting and telling me which of my 3 money trees so far is your favorite. And if you want to see my original video videos on which of the 5 money trees might work best for you, for your interest and your skills, you've got to watch the video that's linked right here on the screen. You'll also get to see that conversation where Lee Media made his very first $500.